Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. Langflow, Episode 1 of 15. Prototyping an AI application usually means building a quick visual mockup, proving the idea works, and then throwing all that UI away to write the actual production backend from scratch. You lose days translating visual concepts into server code. This episode covers the Langflow paradigm, a concept that completely eliminates that translation step. Langflow is a framework designed to build AI applications. Because you interact with it primarily through a canvas where you drag and drop components, it is very easy to mistake it for just another UI tool or a low-code toy. That is a misconception. Pay attention to this distinction. Langflow is a full Python backend framework. The visual interface is merely a window into the underlying Python architecture. Every visual component you place on the canvas maps directly to a Python class, and the graph you draw directly translates into backend API logic. In Langflow, the applications you build are called flows. When you open the workspace, you are essentially constructing a Directed Acyclic Graph, or DAG. You start by adding nodes to the canvas. Each node represents a distinct block of functionality, like a text parser, a data loader, or a processing module. You then draw lines connecting the output handles of one node to the input handles of another. These lines are not just for show, they dictate the execution dependency of your entire application. If you connect the output of a document loader node to the input of a processing node, the underlying engine reads that as a strict dependency rule. It knows it must execute the document loader first, wait for the result, and then pass that data downstream. Data flows strictly in one direction through the graph, ensuring a predictable, traceable path from your user input to the final response. The framework handles the type checking between these connected handles, ensuring that the output of one node is compatible with the input of the next before execution even begins. Consider building a prototyping flow for a basic question answering tool. In the workspace, you connect a text input node to a processing node and then route that to an output node. You test it right there in the browser, tweaking parameters until the answers look right. In a traditional workflow, the next step is handing a specification document to a backend engineer to rewrite that logic in Python. In the Langflow paradigm, you skip that entirely. The moment your visual flow works, it is already a functioning API. You simply send a request to the built-in run endpoint with your flow identifier and input variables. The framework traverses the graph exactly as you designed it, executing each Python class in the correct order and returns the answer. You transition from a visual prototype to a served Python backend without writing a single line of server configuration code. The core identity of Langflow is that the visual map you draw to understand your application is the exact same structure the server uses to execute it. If you find these episodes helpful and want to support the show, you can search for Dev Stories EU on Patreon. Thanks for listening. Happy coding, everyone.